LED lights, construction lights. Some are battery powered, some you plug in, some you can plug in and they're battery powered. And these are the lights that I have. And so I wanted to just kind of showcase what they can do and the prices that I purchased them for, whether you want budget friendly or higher quality. And yeah, so this is my opinion on the lights I've got, and then we'll show them all functioning here in the garage, which don't judge me. Okay, I think your garage probably looks like this too. Yep. So let's go through some of the lights. Let's start with this DeWalt. This is DCL 079. It's a tripod light and reaches up to 7 feet tall, so it'd be up here at about the height of the Milwaukees. So this is rated at 3,000 lumens and costs anywhere from about $169 up to $200. This is the Milwaukee Compact Radius light. It is model number 2144-20. And it is able to be plugged in or have a battery. And it's got multiple modes. You can have 3 different levels of brightness here in the main radius light. And then you can have 3 different levels of brightness from that front-facing light. It's 2200 lumens here, 1000 here at maximum. And I can go a full day with a 12 amp hour battery. I can go for about 7 or 8 hours on high at 2200 lumens. It makes a pretty good area light just on battery power, but if you plug it in, obviously you can go as long as you want. Now this is the big brother to the Radius light. It's 2146-20, and this has Bluetooth, which means you can set kind of a schedule for it when you've got it plugged in, or you can dim it, do whatever. Say you've hung this up really high, and you don't want to have to get scaffolding to go change it or turn it on. You can just use your phone to turn it on, turn it off, or set a schedule when it turns on. Say turn on at 8 a.m., turn off at 8 p.m. So that's this big guy right there. So you see his little brother, 2144-20. This is 2146-20. This one is rated for water resistance. This one is not. You can hose this one down in a vertical orientation and no water should get into it. This one does not have a front-facing light like that. Instead, it has beam directions, which we'll go into when we actually turn it on. It has a port in and a port out for electrical. This one has it on this side right there. This one has it 1 port in, 1 port out. Then we have the DCL 061, which is, as you can see, a battery or a plug-in light. It is a 3000 lumen producing light. It's a fairly old design. Basically, you rotate this little guy here and he turns on. That's it. No separate modes. It's just on or off. And then last but not least is this little Husky 10,000 lumen LED work light. It has 2 modes, 5,000 lumen or 10,000 lumen, and the on-off switch is right here in the back. It's right there. So 5,000, 10,000 lumens. And it can't really hang. I mean, you could put it on a tripod, maybe. It's got a hole here in the bottom. You'd probably have to adapt that hole to attach it to a tripod because it's not your standard kind of screw, it doesn't seem like. But you can always modify and get a bolt and figure it out. Yeah, let's see what they actually look like. So here is the DeWalt DCL 079 and its configuration. You can see everything nice and clearly, no distortion to color, and it's just a nice tripod light. The only problem is you've got to rely on batteries, and on high, this thing will eat them up. I think a 5 amp hour battery might last 2.5–3 hours. It does not seem to last very long, and I have to go through multiple batteries in a day. I typically put a flex volt battery in it, and even then it still goes through at least 2 of those in a day. Okay, this is the DCL061. Things are a lot darker. I mean, it's lower on the table. You know, you don't get the height advantage, and so it casts more shadows, but it's also it just seems darker to me. That's the DCL061. The benefit of the DCL061 is you can plug it in, because it also eats batteries, being a 3000 lumen light. Okay, this is the Milwaukee compact radius light, 2144-20, and as you can see, it puts out a nice pleasant light. It's not too bright. You can look over in the general direction, and it's not a big issue. Now, the nice thing about it is it's putting light 360 degrees around it. So if I got it hanging in the middle of the room, it would illuminate the whole room nicely. It is pretty bright, 2200 lumens. I like the light. If you can get it on sale or discount, it is a good all-around light because you can plug it in or use your Milwaukee M18 batteries. Alright, here is the 2144-20's big brother, the 2146-20, and he is on full brightness, and it's putting out double what the little guy did. My camera is auto adjusting for the brightness, but it's definitely putting out a whole lot more light. If you needed something twice as big, well, that's the one for you. Not to mention it's also waterproof and durable, and at the $169 price, it's a steal for the quality of light. You've got the multiple modes on it, so that on the back side it's off and it's just on the front side, and you can push the button and do the same on the back side. This one, kind of like that, where you've got the front button, you push the mode, it switches to the 1000 front light. So yeah, both the lights, I like them, but since I bought that one for like $120 and I got that one for $169, I would definitely buy that one over that one, just because more customizable, water resistant, and just has more features, seems more solidly built, so definitely a good light. Alright, and here is the little 10,000 lumen Husky Light. You can see it's putting out 5,000 lumens right now, and I think I believe them. It seems comparable to the Milwaukee's 4400 lumens. The problem is that it is broadcasting all that light in one area, and it's also really harsh on the eyes. And so you're just blinded. You look the wrong way at it, or even if it's in the peripheral view, you just immediately have a bright spot in your eyes at that one spot. So this is just 5,000 lumens. That's it, 5,000. We're gonna take it up to 10,000 now. All right, you ready? Ooh yeah, 10,000 lumens. That is bright. Even with it being down, it is putting out a lot of light in this space. Now what I'm gonna do, and this is what I do with all of these kinds of LED lights that do not have diffusers and are just super bright and annoying to look at, I turn them against a wall or against a ceiling so I don't have to look at it, and bounce the light off. And this thing has 10,000 lumens to it, so it is able to do this quite nicely, and it's pretty bright in here. And this is $24.88. So the other thing I wanted to mention about the Husky Light is it's got a 3-year warranty on it. If the LED bulb, whatever, burns out, you've got 3 years. Milwaukee's is 5 years, and DeWalt's are 3 years as well. So you've got the same kind of warranty with Husky as you do with DeWalt. 3 years should be plenty of time to find out if it's gonna last or not. And at 25 bucks, I mean, seriously, I mean, I mean, I've spent probably $1,000 on LED lights, and for that price, I can get like 40 of these or whatever. But it will be interesting to see how they broadcast outside in the open night sky. So this is the DeWalt tripod light, the DCL079. And there we go. Face it out. The great beyond. It has pretty good light. And you can see the side of the house is pretty well lit from just this one light. Okay, here is the DCL061 on battery power. So if you pick it up, now I've got it up here in the air. It also illuminates pretty well, but it doesn't illuminate as well as the tripod. Alright, here is the 2144-20, the little radius light, just with its front facing 1000 lumen light. And it's quite a bit darker. And now let's turn it up to the full 360. Ooh, that kind of blinds me. Whereas when it's up like so, you can see that is much better. It does not go out as far as the 3000 lumen DeWalt tripod light. Okay, there is the 2146-20, but this is when it's on the ground, and these lights are made to be hanging. You might not be able to tell, but the DeWalt does produce more light in one direction. So if I had to work outside and broadcast light far away, the DeWalt definitely wins in that regard. But if I'm having to produce a lot of light just in one area, the Milwaukee Radius light does produce 360 degrees of light. Alright, so here is this little handheld light. I mean, it's made for close-up areas, but it still broadcasts, you know, pretty good light. And now let's go to the beam flashlight. Now that obviously has a very bright spot in the middle and can look out way further than any of the other LEDs. It's actually a little bit foggy out here, and it's able to pierce through it pretty well. Alright, and now the 10,000 lumen Husky. Okay, here's the Husky on 5,000 lumens, and it's definitely brighter than the DeWalt light, but this little Husky is putting out a lot of lumens. So let's lift it up so it can just show us what it's really got. Alright, there you go. So that's 5,000 lumens. This puts out a lot of light, and that's just half of it. So let's go up to 10,000. Here we go. Ooh, yeah. 10,000 lumens. This thing broadcasts very far, and it's very bright. Very, very bright. So for 25 bucks, this Husky light is probably the brightest thing you're going to be able to find. 3-year warranty definitely seems worth it if you need some temporary lighting. I mean, get a few of those and you're good to go. Now, this $25 price is, you know, around Black Friday, so price will probably go up. Not always, but sometimes that's the case. Hard to beat the price. Now, obviously, these all have their specific uses. They run off battery or power or just battery, so you have to take all that into consideration. Well, hope this has been helpful and gives you at least a little bit of a look into the different lighting options. All right, now let's turn on all of them. Hopefully any planes that are flying by do not think that we are setting up a landing strip. Alright, have a good night.